Again, at this time, I'll call to order the meeting of the Solano Community College District Governing Board of December 18th, 2024. So please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, thank you. So please call the roll.
President Honeychurch.
Here.
Trustee Cargo Reed.
Here.
Trustee Karima Kara. Trustee Rosemary Thurston.
Here.
Trustee Quentin Voice.
Here.
Trustee Marie Young.
Present.
Trustee Jackie Nguyen Greer.
Here.
And student trustee Shreya Sharini Vasan.
All right, thank you. The next item is approval of the agenda. Is there a motion to approve the agenda?
I move that the agenda for our December 18th minutes be approved.
I'll second
Please be
that.
approved.
Second.
Thank you. It's been moved and seconded to approve the agenda. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Agenda is approved. Next item is item 5 on our agenda, which is election results. Can you bring this forward, Dr. Butler?
Yes, thank you. So we have the approval of the election results, and for the governing board for 2025, we will have the appointment of the board and, oh, sorry. We have the we have the election results approved by the the registrar of voters for the county of Solano, with Rosemary Thurston with 13,066 votes, Quentin Voice unopposed, and Jackie Nguyen unopposed. And we will move for the organizational portion of the meeting, and I now open up for the board president.
Do we need to approve the, my agenda indicates we should have a motion to approve the election results? Mm-hmm. All right, is there a motion to approve the election results?
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
So moved and seconded to approve the election results. All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries. Congratulations to the new three of you. The next item is item 6, which is the organizational meeting of the governing board. Election of governing board officers for the 2025 year, president, vice president, and appointment of the secretary, and selection of the representative to the Solano School Boards Association. So first of all, I'll open the meeting to nominations for the board president.
Okay.
Just point of order. I think swearing in has to happen first because Jackie technically.
That's a good idea,
Yeah.
but it's not the way the agenda reads.
Election results.
You're
As
right.
part of it.
Well, okay.
Okay.
You're right.
Right. I would like to nominate for president trustee Denny Honeychurch for president for the 2025 year.
That we're doing that later, right?
That's what you call for nominations for office?
I did, but I think we have to do the swearing in first.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear that part. I'm
So
sorry.
we'll do the swearing in, and we're starting with Rosemary Thurston, who I have the pleasure of swearing in. I think we'll move down to the well first. And then Quentin Voice will be sworn in by Supervisor Mitch Matchburn, and then, right,
Jack Flynn will.
Jack Flynn, sorry, and then our new board
Trustee.
member,
Jackie Nguyen.
Jackie Nguyen, will be sworn in by Mitch Matchburn, who's the member
County.
of the Board of Supervisors.
County.
So we'll start with you.
We have that.
And it's this one.
I got it.
It's not clearly listed.
Okay,
It needs to
not
happen
clear.
in the election results though. Like it has to happen before we nominate the board.
Clear.
Are we going this way?
How do you sit on
Yeah,
this
so
thing?
he wasn't wrong. He was just kind of following down. But this has to happen before.
Thurston, do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
I, Rosemary Thurston, do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California
and the Constitution of the State of California
against all enemies, foreign and domestic.
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of California.
and that I will bear, excuse me, true faith and support of
Constitution of the United States
and
and the Constitution of the State of California.
California.
Saying, take this obligation freely
Take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion.
or purpose of evasion.
And that I will faithfully discharge the duties upon which I'm about to enter.
And I will faithfully discharge the duties upon which I am about to enter.
Congratulations. Board member Clinton Boyce is going to be sworn in by Fairfield Sassoon Unified School District Board Member
Jack,
Flynn.
If I could just introduce Jack Flynn is a board member with FSUSD. He was formerly, he's a Solano College alumnus and also was formerly our student trustee on this board when he was a student here. And so very excited to have him back and swear me.
Thank you very much. It's not a response. Former teacher.
Oh, yes, also a former student. Yeah.
Okay. I repeat after me. I, Clinton Boyce,
Hi, Quentin Boyce.
do solemnly swear and affirm, do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
Do solemnly swear I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California
and the Constitution of the State of California
against all enemies,
against all enemies,
foreign and domestic,
foreign and domestic.
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of the United States
That I'll bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California,
and the Constitution of the State of California.
that I take this obligation freely
I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion.
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties upon which I'm about to enter.
And that I'll faithfully discharge the duties upon which I'm about to enter.
Congratulations, Trustee Boyce.
Thank you very much.
And now we welcome our new board member and Supervisor Mitch Mashburn to do the swearing in. Why don't we put her last name on this one?
Right hand. Go.
This is for you to sign
I,
right there.
Jackie Wynn Greer,
I, Jackie Wood Career,
do solemnly swear and affirm
do solemnly swear and affirm
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of California
the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of California
against all enemies,
against all enemies,
foreign and domestic,
foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of California,
to the Constitution of the United States and to the Constitution of California,
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion,
without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion,
and that I will faithfully discharge
that I will faithfully discharge
the duties upon which I'm about to enter.
the duties that I am about to enter.
Congratulations.
Well, on behalf of the whole board, I we congratulate the new board members and welcome them back and entering office. And thanks to all of you that came tonight to honor our new trustee and our incoming or new, again, elected trustees. So thanks very much. So at this time, we'll move on with the agenda to what I started to do, which is the organizational
Honeychurch.
meeting. And somebody wants to speak, so
Trustee Honeychurch?
I recognize Amory Young, our
No, I'd like to make a suggestion.
Go
That
ahead.
we stand and we get a picture of the whole board, including the new trustees just sworn in, for our archives,
archives.
okay?
Okay. I'm
So
sure
we
there'll
just
be a lot
stand
of,
up and they can take a picture of that.
okay, is that everybody?
Okay,
All
stand.
right with everybody?
She's untied all the time.
We can stand up here. Where you want to stand? Let's stand up here.
You're in charge now. You're in charge. Yeah, come on, join us.
This way, under the sign.
All right, no, it's off the phones up here.
The one in the middle.
1, 2, 3. And you 1 second here, and one more. 1, 2, 3. Perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Think about our archives. Because sometimes printed, the papers get missing, but the photos, you can see what date it was taken, right?
All right, so once again, we're going to have the organizational meeting at this time, so I'm opening up the nominations for board president.
Okay.
calling on
I would
Amory
like
Young.
to, trustee Honeychurch,
Yes,
I would like to nominate for board president, trustee Dennis Honeychurch.
I'll second the nomination.
well, thank you. Are there any further nominations? Okay. Is there a motion to close?
Well,
the
you have to
nomination?
call, point of order. Robert Rules of Order, you have to call for nominations for officers 3 times. So you called for it twice, so you need to call for the president one more time.
All right. Are
And
there
then
any
close it.
Other
Thank you.
nominations for president? Going once, going twice?
Close.
All right. The nominations are closed. Thank you. And should we vote on this? All those
yes,
in
you can
favor of
vote
the
now on it.
nomination of
Yeah, you can vote on it now.
Dennis Honeychurch for president of the board? Please say aye.
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 Opposed? Okay. Thank you. The next item is the vice president nomination. I'll call on Amory Young to make the nomination.
Trustee Honeychurch, I would like to nominate trustee Emma Cargo Reed for vice president.
I second that.
So it's moved and seconded. Are there any further nominations for vice president? Any other nominations at all? All right.
And close it.
With that, is there a motion to close the nominations? Is that a yes?
Do you need a motion for that?
Yeah.
You don't need a motion.
You don't need a motion? Okay. All right. All those in favor of electing Emma Cargo Reed to the vice president of the board, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next item is the appointment of secretary, which I'd encourage us to appoint Dr. Kelly Butler for that position.
Yeah, right.
So I'll accept the nomination.
No, it's
I'll make that nomination to nominate Dr. Kelly Butler for board secretary.
I'll second.
So all in favor of Dr. Kelly Butler for the board secretary, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next is representative to the Solano the Solano County School Boards Association.
Yes, I have a nomination for that position, and that would be one of the new trustees, trustee Jackie Nguyen for the representative to the Solano School Board Association.
I'm sorry?
How does this work? I thought I was gonna stay, but how do you do it if you wanna stay on?
You can take multiple nominations, yeah, yeah.
But you are just elected a vice president, so.
Okay,
You could nominate yourself, I guess.
go ahead.
All right, so, so far, the nominee for the School Boards Association representative is Jackie Nguyen Greer. So, are there any further nominations? Okay, with that, all those in favor of that nomination? Jackie Nguyen Greer, please
Says
say aye.
aye.
Aye. Opposed? So you are now the representative to the School Boards Association. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, President Honeychurch, and thank you very much, Trustee Rosemary, Anne Marie.
I look
For
forward to
nominating.
your reports.
So with that, we are now on establishing the dates, times, and locations of the governing board meeting. Do you have a suggestion?
Yes, there is a calendar included. Thank you. There is a calendar for 2025 included in the agenda, and I make the recommendation that we approve the calendar as outlined for the next governing board year as is.
I'll motion to approve the calendar as presented.
I second the motion.
It's been moved and seconded twice by, to establish the dates, times, and locations of the governing board meeting as presented. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Which brings us to comments from members of the public, correct? No? There are no comments from members of the public. There's no closed session tonight, so we'll move on to, there's no reports, obviously, for what happened in closed session, so now it's time for members of the public to make a comment if they wish to by filling out the card. Any cards received?
We don't have any group.
All right, so we'll move on to reports. Associated Students of Solano Community College trustee Srinivasan.
Sharini Boston
Sharini
is
Boston.
not here. School is, yeah, I don't think we have any. It's the end of the semester.
All right, so there's the next item on the agenda is Academic Senate Report, Josh Scott. He's busy administering finals.
Can also just give a point of clarification while we're in this, that at this point we'll continue on with the regular meeting, and so if we are done with swearing in and things, so if you're just joining for ceremonious things, but we'll continue with the regular meeting.
Thank you.
President Honeychurch, may I have a point of privilege, sir?
Sure.
I know there is no public comment, but may I say a few words before the guests leave and we close the session?
Is that all right with the board? Yes, that would be fine.
Is the
Thank you
mic
so
on?
much, Board President Honeychurch. I just want to say a few words. Good evening, Supervisor Mashburn, fellow trustees, President Butler, friends, and those who have joined us online. Thank you to Supervisor Mashburn for being here to swear me in, and all of those who are here tonight as I begin my journey in a new role as Solano Community College Trustee Area 7. My parents, brother, and I immigrated from Vietnam to the United States in April 1975, right before the fall of Saigon, and next year we will commemorate the 50th anniversary. My parents have always emphasized to my siblings and me that education is the foundation of economic mobility. Their words still ring true for me today as I am a lifelong learner. I wish that my father was still alive to witness me taking the oath of office, but I am sure he is in heaven watching me and smiling proudly. I am honored to step into this new role as the first Vietnamese American trustee to serve on the Solano Community College Governing Board. Who could have thought that an immigrant like myself, who did not speak English very well when I was younger, would now have a chance to serve her community as a trustee? I believe in the mission of Solano Community College. Our traditional and non-traditional students are getting the best experience and quality education from caring staff and faculty here. I'm excited to work with President Honeychurch, fellow colleagues, and Superintendent President Butler to achieve great things for our vibrant communities. Thank you so much for the honor of saying a few words.
Thank you very much, and thanks for joining the board. We appreciate your willingness to help us.
Thank you.
And I can remember 50 years ago, by the way, in the fall of Saigon. And so you're welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Now, there is a student representative, I'm told, to give the student report. Hi, good evening and welcome. Could you let us know who you are and go forward?
Do you want to, like,
Present?
mm-hmm,
Yes.
okay.
I believe it's that top one next to the finger on the thingy thing.
Cool. Let me just, sorry.
Okay, thank you so much. Hi, good evening. It's nice to see you all. I'm with Associated Students of Solano. Okay. We're going to present to you a year with the Associated Students of Solano College. I'm AJ, and wherever Lorelai is, she's over there. So we'd like to start off with today's presentation. We're going to start off with a fall wrap-up. We'll talk about some professional development events, some civic engagement, some academic support, and cultural programming. So this was a really exciting year. We did a couple trainings at the beginning of the year for professional development, and that included a anti-racist leadership training with Dr. Regina Steinbach-Shroud. And that was just a way to start off the year and get us ready to be leaders. But then moving forward from that, we did national election programming to get students registered to vote and ready to be civically engaged. So we informed them of their rights as voters, and as well as where they can go to vote and what their polling places are and how to critically analyze the ballot. So that was our focus when it came to civic engagement this year. And then for academic support, we had the extended hours, which Lorelai planned along with ASTC and Denise Martinez. And that was an opportunity for students to get some support before finals. We also had a petting zoo, which was really cute. The students really loved that. And we also had cultural programming around the Day of the Dead. So that was organized by a multitude of people. I wasn't directly hands-on with that, but ASSC supported with setup and hosting these events. And Lorelai will be covering the spring projection, which we'll get to in a moment. So here are some photographs from the events we've hosted this year. There is a photo of the ofrenda from the Day of the Dead, which was in the library. There's a photograph of the meditation room, which last semester's ASSC Senate got established in the library. We also have a couple of pictures from Club Promo, as well as a Loteria game that was hosted in the Mesa Center. And so as you can see, we've had a very busy year. We've had about 10 collaborations with different groups across campus. We've had over close to 1,000 participants in these events, which is really exciting. We've gone to 2 conferences. We went to the Advocacy Academy just recently in November, and then we had the Leadership Conference, which was with the Association for Student Services Affairs Committee, ASAC. And we had 4 students go to each conference along with Denise Martinez. This was really great opportunities to work with statewide organizations that are really empowering students to become leaders of the future. So that was a really awesome opportunity. We also collaborated with 21 clubs, so we were highly integrated with ICC and making sure that we were listening to clubs. We had the event, the Can Justice Be Bought event where we partnered with the drama club and the speech and debate club. And so it was just a really, really lovely year. And we got to see and meet so many students and learn about their perspectives. And we're looking forward to a very productive spring where we will just keep that momentum and move on forward.
Good evening. Like AJ said, my name is Lorelai Collins. I'm the treasurer for the ASSC. And just to add some more photos of what we've done this last semester, at the bottom here, you'll see this is the photos that we've taken for the Advocacy Academy in Sacramento. And then up here, another picture from the Advocacy Academy, but then mostly it's the extended hours that we held at the library, which was really, really popular. I was really proud of the turnout. But for next semester, January, we want to start off strong. We want to bring in SSCCC, which is the Student Senate of California Community Colleges. We want to bring them to give almost like an assembly kind of thing, like, you know, in high school and you had all those assemblies. We want to bring in some students and like teach them their 9+1 rights, because personally, I didn't really know what my 9+1 rights were until I went to the Advocacy Academy. I'm new to student government. And so it was really nice to learn what I can do as a student and how I can collaborate with faculty. And then another thing we want to start in January, we want to have our students collaborate with us. We want to talk to the digital arts department and see if they can do some merchandise for our next couple of conferences that we have coming up in the spring. And so we're thinking about how can we make our merch represent like our student body. We want to have Frankie as a way to represent not only like Solano and Fairfield, but our students as well. And then in February, we want to have a really strong Black History Month. We're planning on doing film screenings, a poetry night, collaboration with Speech and Debate Club, an art gallery that we can have from the end of February to the mid-March. And we want to have a club promo here on February 4th, we're planning. And then, like I said, we want to have for Women's History Month as well, we want to have an art gallery showing so people can come in, they can see the art of our local artists if we can find one. And then we want to do March in March, which is another collaboration with SSCCC. We want to hopefully go to the National Student Advocacy Conference in Washington, D.C., which will be happening in March. We're going to do another club promo. We're going to have this at the Vallejo campus, and then have an open house at the Vacaville campus, as well as having elections for ASSC for next year, 25-26, to begin that. So in April, we're going to be focusing more on that. We're also, in the beginning of April, going to go to General Assembly, which is in LA. We're really excited about that. Yeah, we just want to have a strong campaign, have strong turnout for voting. And then in May, we're going to be focusing on graduations, because we have a lot of our executive board graduating next semester, as well as our recognition ceremonies. So yeah, I passed out a timeline of this, so you guys can have stuff like that. Yeah. So if you guys have any questions at all.
Other questions from the board?
I have a question.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Is there a typo on the January merch, MERCH design contest, is that be March?
No, merchandise. Merch as in merchandise, yeah.
Merchandise.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
Yes. Okay. Yay. Yeah.
Any other questions? All right, thanks again for your presentation. Oh, I'm sorry.
Actually, I don't have a question, but I just wanted to congratulate and commend our students here, representatives, for doing amazing work and setting up a timeline for next year. I can tell that's very thoughtful in terms of what you put together, and I'm looking forward to seeing the amazing work that you accomplish in 2025. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thanks for your presentation. Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
So we don't have a presentation from the Academic Senate tonight, but we do have the College Governance Council and the Superintendent's Report, which are items 12C and D.
For the college governance report, I just have to share that we did not have college governance this month. In the place of college governance, we did have a winter break celebration campus-wide, actually in this room in the decorations that we we have here today. But it was a great turnout to see the faculty before they were off contract and then to celebrate with the staff. Additional superintendent president updates. There is a lot that has gone on since November. I started March with Professor Mark Lancet in his Art 23 class, Intro to Ceramics. The class hosted a wood kiln lighting ceremony, and this was fun to start the first morning back after Thanksgiving. There is a ceremonial aspect to lighting of the kiln, as well as a burning for projects for students to complete. I will invite the board next year because I think it would be a fun event just to participate and to see the work that the students are doing. On December 4th, the superintendent president and board actually spent the day at the Vacaville Center. We toured and had lunch with Trustee Cargo-Reed, Trustee Kara, Trustee Thurston, Trustee Voice, and Trustee Young. We also heard from Professor Jim DeClos about the biomanufacturing facilities, world-class biomanufacturing facilities, and from Professor Renee Moore regarding the anatomy and physiology labs. It was quite remarkable, the level of facilities and equipment that we have as a community college and able to compete with other four-year universities. It was really good to visit with them. We also learned this month that our journalism program returns to Solano through the new Solano Pulse student news website. The students are highlighting campus and community events. This is going to be a great way for the students to showcase Solano in the community, and we will have the first publication. Our very own Trustee Voice is spotlighted. We also had a holiday breakfast with Kitchell, our contractors who have done an amazing job serving us through the bond program. Just want to publicly thank Kitchell for their work and for being a part of our campus and giving back to our students and our employees. The last day of the semester was December 13th. The faculty are now off contract and we are wrapping up fall semester. The college will be closed December 25th through January 2nd. Although we will have a few athletic events going on during that time if you're interested in joining us. For spring, we are currently enrolling and the enrollment looks very positive, and we have head count of 7,269 compared to 6,117 last year, and FTES of 2,663 this year compared to 2,300 last year at this same time. So excited that enrollment is still doing well. We are looking forward to spring convocation. It will be held Friday, January 10th, 2025. I can't believe we're saying 2025. We will have Dr. Marcella Cuillier, UC Davis's School of Education Associate Professor and Chancellor's Fellow, as our keynote speaker. She will be introducing the college to what it means to seek designation as a Hispanic serving institution. She's been heavily involved in this work with colleges seeking designation, but also as colleges have received designation, how they have thrived through that process. And so we will have the morning with her and then another session. And before I close, I just want to wish everyone a safe and healthy, joyous holiday. And thank you for putting up with us in this session. This is my first organizational meeting. So thank you for being gracious with us. And that's the end of my report.
Thank you. The questions of the superintendent? No, thank you. We'll move on to the consent agenda. All matters listed under the consent agenda are considered by the board to be routine and will be enacted by the board in one motion. There's no discussion on these items prior to the time the board votes on the motion unless members of the board, staff, or public request specific items to be discussed or removed. Time will be provided before the vote for clarification questions without removing an item from the consent agenda. Are there any clarification questions? If not, I'll entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda.
I'll motion. Go for it.
I move that we approve the consent agenda as submitted.
I'll second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the consent agenda. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Consent agenda is approved. There are no items removed. We're on to action items. First of which is 15A, which is approval of revisions to Board Policy 1077. This is presented by our Dr. Kelly Butler.
Thank you. This item is on the agenda for action to eliminate the redundancy in Board Policy 1077, participation in local decision-making. We recently passed Board Policy 2005, participation in local decision-making at the November 20th board meeting. And this board policy includes the language held in the 1077 policy, as well as includes the college's participatory governance stakeholders and academic senate's role regarding the 10+1 set of academic and professional matters. And we are requesting that the board approve this revision.
So is there a motion to approve the revisions to Board Policy 1077?
I make a motion that we approve the policy.
Is there a second?
1077.
I
second.
second that.
Thank you.
Go,
It's been
trustee.
moved and seconded to approve the revisions to Board Policy 1077. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. We're on to Human Resources item. It's a resignation to retire. It's presented by Sal Abate. Go ahead.
Thank you, President Honeychurch, members of the board. I'm actually going to have VP Lisa Neely speak on this retirement.
Thank you, Salabate. Good evening, President Honeychurch, and good evening to returning and new members of the board. Just like to read this brief statement on behalf of this retirement request from Rosa Monroy. It's with great appreciation and gratitude that we recognize Rosa Monroy as she retires after 22 years of dedicated service as a student services generalist here at Solano Community College. Throughout her tenure, Rosa has been an unwavering advocate for students, consistently going above and beyond to support their academic and personal success. Her commitment to excellence, compassion, and professionalism has touched countless lives, and her contributions have had a lasting impact on our college community. In her role, Rosa has been a steady presence for both students and colleagues alike, whether providing guidance to students navigating the complexities of higher education or offering support to staff. Her knowledge, patience, and kindness have set a high standard for the student services team. As Rosa embarks on this well-deserved next chapter, we express our heartfelt thanks for her dedication and the many ways she has made a difference over the years. While she will be missed, her legacy of service, compassion, and commitment to student success will continue to inspire us. We wish Rosa all the best in her retirement and know that the next phase of her journey will be filled with relaxation as well as well-deserved rewards. Thank you.
Thank you. So is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the retirement.
I second that motion.
All right. It's been moved and seconded to accept the resignation. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. This brings us to Finance and Administration. Vice President Susan Wheat is the presenter. It's the board acceptance of District's 23-24 financial audit report. It sounds fascinating.
It is.
Go
It's so
ahead.
fascinating. Thank you, President Honeychurch, members of the board. I'm actually going to speak on both items C and D, so you don't have to call on me again, make it easier. Our financial audit, our auditors met with our board subcommittee at our last meeting or before our last meeting. In that, we have no financial findings this year, no state award findings this year. We do have some federal award findings this year. Those are mainly stem from the fact that our audit was delayed the year prior and we weren't able to correct the findings from the year before. They have since been corrected, but because of the lateness of our last audit, they were still part of 23-24. But again, they have been corrected, and next year they should not be on there at all. As far as our Measure Q bond audit, there were no findings in that, so another good year there. I'd be happy to answer any questions that you have. I will say what is on our website is the final draft of the audit. We're still waiting for the final signatures, which is why you don't have printed copies yet. As soon as I have those final signatures on there, I will make sure that you have a hard copy.
All right, thank you. Any questions on the audit? Go ahead.
Not a question, but I just wanted to congratulate you. I know we mentioned it briefly last meeting, but to inherit kind of a little bit of a mess and be able to clean it up in a very short amount of time and come back with audits that have no findings with partial things, but that's incredible, and thank you for keeping us up to date on the previous findings and how they were going, and that I think the transparency was really really well done. So congratulations.
Thank you. It is definitely a
stress.
team effort.
Yeah.
Thank you. Go ahead.
Just to kind of reiterate what he said, thank you so much. Thank you to the team. And it was very well done, very good news. And I do appreciate how you've kept everybody, even when we ask a lot of questions, even for the public, we really appreciate the fact that we've had it broken down and explained. So thank you so much. And this is very good news. And yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Go ahead.
I'd like to say, I have done a lot in my life with numbers. You are a gem at Solano College with handling the books. A+ that I give you. And there
Thank
are very
you.
few students who earn A's from me, and you have earned one. The way you've handled our books.
I will
I'm gonna
take
sleep
it,
at night,
definitely.
okay?
Thank you.
And that's from a mathematics.
I know.
A lot of students. She does.
Thank you.
Right. Any other questions or comments?
No, but I'll make a motion to approve items 15C and D. So we'll.
So that's the financial audit report. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thanks you, Vice President Wheat. The next item is item D. It's a board acceptance of Measure Q bond financial and performance. I'm sorry.
He included it.
Oh, we did? Oh, sorry. So we included that in our motion. Excellent. Next item is presented by Lucky Lofton, which is a purchase order to increase to the lavatory for temporary restroom facilities. I'm so glad this is on the agenda. Is Lucky Lofton present?
Yes, sir.
There he is.
Yeah.
Just in time to talk about temporary restroom facilities. Thank you. Go ahead.
Yes. Thank you, President Honeychurch, members of the board. This is a 3-month extension due to project delays. We will need these rental restroom facilities for an additional 3 months. We seek the board's approval for that.
All right, so I'll entertain a motion to approve the increase in the temporary restroom facilities.
I move for approval of.
That same thing. Okay.
I'll second that.
So, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. So this brings us to academic affairs. David Williams is, Vice President David Williams is the presenter. It's renewal of an agreement with Tassel Software for support of Solano College Pathways System.
Thank you, President Honeychurch and members of the board. This is, as you note, a renewal of a software from Tassel. Tassel provides our guided pathways and program maps software on our website, and this helps students achieve their educational goals faster. They've been a good partner for us. They also help us with information on career pathways, and they're going to expand that out in the next year or so. So we're asking for your approval of this renewal.
Is there a motion to approve this item, which is the renewal of an agreement with Tassel Software?
Make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
All right, it's been moved and seconded. Are there any questions, comments? If not, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, Vice President Williams. Next item is Student Services. Vice President Lisa Neely is the presenter. This is Solano Industry and Career Pathway Exploration Scope of Work.
Thank you. I'm a big fan of this and a supporter of this, but I'm going to actually hand it to my colleague, VP Williams, as this is right in his area around academic and workforce development.
Thank you, Vice President Neely. Yes, members of the board, this is an opportunity for us to use strong workforce money that's already in our system. So you'll notice the fiscal impact of this. This is not new money coming in. This is money that we already have. It's being used to increase our relationships with local employers, to even explore other pathways that we don't have at this college right now, possibly to extend opportunities for students in emerging technologies like construction trades and better, stronger interactions with Travis Air Force Base and maybe some military opportunities. So we're asking for your approval of this contract.
Thank you. Is there a motion to approve the Solano Industry and Career Pathway Exploration item?
I move that we approve item 15G.
Second?
Second.
There's a motion and a second to approve this item G, which is the Solano Industry and Career Pathway Exploration Scope of Work. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Thank you to you both on this. And the next item is information items, and no action is required, and apparently we don't have any. So what's that? We're on to announcements. So does anyone have an announcement?
Jumping ahead of myself, aren't I? Apologize. Well, I do have an announcement. So with the Solano Board of Education Association, they are having a dinner in Vacaville, 401 Tree. And if interested in attending, I wanted to make sure that the board members were attended. I will be passing all my knowledge of what I was involved in to the new trustee, and congratulations on getting in on this. You're going to love it. So yes, there's a dinner January 27th at 6 p.m. at the Vacaville Unified School District building. That was my announcement. Thank you.
Thanks. Yeah, so it's January 27th? Okay. All right,
Items from
any
the
other
board.
announcements? Go ahead.
No, I have items from the board.
Okay, we're now, any other announcements? No, items from the board.
Yes.
Dave Marie Young.
Dr. Pass that down to Dr. Butler, please. Thank you. Dr. Butler, please insert my below comments on the items from the board in our December 18, 2024 board minutes. Quote, these remarks are a special end of the year thank you to Dr. Kelly Butler, SAC Superintendent President, and her outstanding leadership team for responding to trustees' inquiry about monthly board agenda items prior to related board meetings. The trustees are not rubber stamping board agenda items. Why do we go through our board agendas very quickly at board meetings? Trustees receive their board agenda package several days prior to each board meeting, and their assignment is to carefully peruse the board items and ask Dr. Butler any questions about any items. If Dr. Butler does not have an answer to our questions when we speak to her during our agenda review sessions one-on-one, she would check with the VP over that area and give us a reply to our questions as soon as possible, usually prior to board meetings. Unquote. Submitted by me, and I would like that to be printed in the minutes per read. Thank you.
Yeah, so let it be written, so let it be done. All right, now it's, we're still on items from the board. Any further items? No? All right, with that, then we will I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
I move that we adjourn our December 18, 2024 Governing Board meeting.
Is there a
And to
second?
the new trustee, welcome aboard our ship.
Thank you.
Well said.
And yeah, it's been moved and seconded, and before I go on to that motion, I want to thank the board for serving and allowing me to still chair the meetings, which is what I thought led to them being short, but apparently it's Avery who's really in charge. So with that, all those in favor of adjourning the meeting, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Meeting's adjourned. Thanks, everyone.